and behold, even though there was a great day yesterday for the earnings report, the price ended up dropping. And it doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it makes sense. And so we're going to go ahead and talk more about what it was that was discussed yesterday. I'll give you a brief recap on that, as well as we'll take a look at the price action movement and give you some of the other metrics as usual. First off, a special shout out thank you to our Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be on that board for as little as $1 a month, there is a link in the description. I do put that up in all of my videos. Also, please keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion, it's my own research, and I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research as well. So I'm looking at this on TradingView. I've also got Webull up on my phone and taking a look at the price movement for the day. Just to clarify, it shows that it closed out at $39.93, down 11.38%. We're seeing 11.36 here over on TradingView, so it's very close. And then after hours, at the moment of me making this recording, it's at $40. Okay, so just slightly up in the after hours, not as high as what it's showing over here on TradingView. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the price movement. So yesterday, a lot of FOMO, a lot of hype going on leading up to before the actual earnings report, and we got a lot of good data that came out with that. So we see this candle, further continuation up outside of this top level of resistance for this major bull flag. This is on a daily time frame, right? Now, you typically have 3 instances, but you can do a trend position with 2. 2 is just kind of, it's good. 3 is great, right? But with what we have right here, lo and behold, where did we close out, guys? Right on just below that top level of resistance. So it's like you're really, really trying to mess with people's minds emotionally, and as well as like trying to figure out the TA on this. Oh, is it going to have a further continuation drop going down? All that kind of mentality with this, but it's like right there on the line. And what we can also see here is that the RSI is showing that yesterday it did have a nice little push up. Volume has been really, really low, but a nice little push up yesterday. And then for today, still pretty low. Oh, not pretty low, still very low. 36.34 million shares, which is really odd. How can we have such a massive price drop, 11.36%, over 10% of the price, keep that in mind, with only 36.34 million shares? Especially when you take a look at Fidelity. Fidelity's report shows that AMC had 7,415 buy orders, and there were only 4,608 sell orders. So more than half of people were purchasing, yet it's down about 12%. I mean, just saying that out loud, doesn't that sound like that doesn't really add up very well? So some people could argue and say, well, with the low volume, they were able to drive the price down because of the fact that there was such low volume. People have been buying and people have been holding en masse, and we see so much other data that constitutes that. The amount of available shares to borrow, let's go ahead and move on over to the charts there. This at 1.7 million, as well as for the ETF shares wise, there's 49,582 there. The fee to borrow is down a little bit here. It's at 0.6%. As far as for call options, there's currently 171,482. They're out of the money. They could potentially move to in the money. And it really does feel like every week, the majority of call options are all getting screwed over. They're expiring out of the money. We've been seeing it time and time again. And, a lot of times what we've also been seeing is that the price moves up on a Monday. People start getting all this ideas in their head thinking, hey, this is going to go great. And then lo and behold, by Friday, it closes out in the red. And so everybody that jumped in on a Monday thinking it was going to be good gets screwed over on the Friday, and that money goes over to the market makers. And they just keep milking it over and over and over again. And of course, it's not showing anything for the dark pool data, because why would they show what's going on with the dark pool data, especially with all the further investigations, right? You got to think, guys, pretty interesting that this stopped tracking all that information and showing it for the FINRA report right around the time when the SEC's investigations really started pushing forward more against Citadel. Dark pool data, we got negative 72.9 million shares. We got negative $2.8 billion. Not million, but $1 billion. Very, very high numbers in this regard. Something else is, look at the market. As soon as market opened, boom, just instantly dropped. There's thousands of people through the AMC subreddit that are looking at this, and everyone's calling BS. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre that this keeps going on. And then you got articles like this, which says meme stocks like GameStop, AMC pose risks to the financial stability, the Fed says. Social media echo chamber can help fuel volatility, report says. And Trace Trades makes a really good point here. I agree with him. He says if the financial stability of our markets can be brought down by two stocks, maybe there's a problem with the financial market and not with the stocks. This can't be real life. Think about that. They're trying to blame one or two stocks, saying that those stocks is what's going to cause the whole market to crash. The whole stock market. Think about how many other stocks are out there. Think of how many other stocks are out there that have a way larger market cap. Why would something like a movie theater chain or a gaming chain be the things that just cripples our entire financial market? Does that make logical sense when you say that out loud? I mean, it really shouldn't. If the reason why it would collapse the whole market is because people are over leveraging their positions. You and me, if we just like a stock and we just buy the stock, the price goes up, we sell it, we make money. If the price goes down, we sell it, we lose money. But when you have all these other variant forms of things, you can borrow shares and you can do it on loan and you have extended percentages of interest rates, all that kind of stuff, that causes huge issues, especially when you keep kicking the can down the road, especially when the people, the companies that are supposed to execute on these margin calls, when people are over leveraged so that we don't have a crash, why aren't they being looked at? Why aren't they the ones that are being put on the chopping block for this? The ones that are being judged and being pursued for prosecution? If they're not doing their job to adequately show support for the stability of the market, it's their fault. Not a regular person that just buys a stock in a regular fashion just because we like it. That makes no sense. Absolutely stupid. Okay, some of the other news bits that we have for you here. AMC is exploring taking Shiba Inu as a currency after a Twitter poll backed the meme coin. We already know about that. Movie theater chain is on track to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and is working on Dogecoin. He said on the earnings call, and then Aaron confirmed that AMC is looking into launching its own cryptocurrency and is talking to third parties about it. It would be awesome if there was an actual AMC crypto all of its own. And then also, AMC said on Monday the theater chain was in talks with Hollywood studios to launch non-fungible tokens. These are known as NFTs. I talk about NFTs sometimes on my channel because I talk a lot about crypto. After the company handedly beat estimates for quarterly revenue as moviegoers returned to the big screen. A lot of exciting stuff. Let us know what you guys think about all this in the comments down below. I would not be surprised if the price continues to drop tomorrow and then we see it go all the way down, potentially here to $35.57, or maybe it even dips down just slightly below that and comes back up. But this continues to wind over here, this leading all the way up towards the end of November, and then it looks like something largely needs to happen. Hopefully this bounces off. There's momentum. This just carries itself all the way up to the moon. Overall, this still looks like a very bullish indicator. A lot of people still holding. I'm still holding. This isn't financial advice. I do have referral links in the description if you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock. It is free money for you guys. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. It does help us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so you know whenever we go live, and I will see you in the next episode.